Hello Barmy Badger Army and welcome to this week's Beano review. This issue is 4103, which is insane, isn't it? And this is Beanotowns' latest Craze Blaster Ball, which is very cool. And you can win a Kindle Oasis, watch scare, water scare for Roger, Harsher's prank is legendary, and the Nerks invade Beanotown. Ooh, the Nerks. Do you remember those guys? Right, yeah, so we've got the Beano boss, as always, which is very cool. Up to mischief with the Bash Street kids and Pie Face and everyone, with lots of fart jokes, which is always my personal favourite. It's always good. Bananaman, this week is a classic. Yeah, we got the return of those cheeky, naughty aliens. You know, you can't beat it. An alien spaceship lands in Beanotown Park. It's the Nerks. Zuki Bops of Blath, meet your new leader, me. This is Earth, mate. And that's how it sort of carries on, where they sort of think they're on a different planet, but obviously they've ended up back on Earth again, and Bananaman is in top form, as always. Look at that. So he's obviously hoping to thwart the bad guys, which is always fun. And if you look here, you know, you've got a fantastic spread of page where Bananaman's off trying to defeat them, and it's really funny how, you know, he goes like, play along, this is not Earth, and they want everyone to believe that they're on Earth, but really they're not. And I think that's you know, they're on this other planet, and I think it's funny how that what happens is he tries to make out to his wife that they're actually on Blath, and really it's like, come on guys, play along. And it's quite funny how that they end up trying to do that, you know, shh, we're not on Earth. So yeah, this is a really fun little strip there, and look at this bit where he goes, oh, I knew it, you lied. So that's really fun, you know. And you really do feel sorry for him. He goes like, can I stay with you guys tonight? And runs off. So I'm guessing the invasion was cancelled after that. And you got Pratnav. Oh dear, which is always funny. The Satnav's being annoying and has sent the Nerks a long way to Blath. Can you follow the instructions to help them reach their destination? So that's pretty cool, isn't it? Oh dear. But yeah, that was a good one. And you've got the the chewing gum prank, which is one of my personal favourites. You know, the snapping chewing gum, they're doing that this week, where it's gum, you know, sure. Ah, my fingers. So there's all that sort of stuff with the snapping chewing gums. I haven't seen those about for a while, but they do exist apparently so. Now this one was a brilliant one. It's barbecue sauce ice cream, which is naughty really, isn't it? You know. You want some ice cream sundae? Yeah, so what I would do personally is I wouldn't actually do it so I would put it on top. Because if you put it on top, it would be like a bit of a thing, wouldn't it? Where everyone was like, oh yeah, that's just barbecue sauce. What you could do, what I would do if I was to do it, is wait till the ice cream got really melty, poured the barbecue sauce in it, mixed it in and put it back in the freezer. Would that be even naughtier? But yeah, that's what I would do. I wouldn't just pour it on top, because people would, they would twig it way too quick. But yeah, that was quite a good one. So, but that's quite a good little prank there, I think. Well thought out. Here you go. But yeah, on this one, it's Blaster Ball from Des and Nasha Unleashed, which I thought was fun. You know, where they come up with a new thing. Ruby invents a tennis blaster, and the idea is to pop it and then get it back and things like that, which I thought is fun. And then you've got bring it on, so they all get on in the spirit of the blaster ball, which I think is fun. Look at that. And then he goes into the future 100 years later and they're still playing basketball with the Nasher, which I thought was fun. Yeah, so that's Nasher in the future, which I thought was quite fun. Yeah. Oh dear. Poor old Calamity James, as always, gets himself in a bit of bother. At Beanotowns swimming pool, oh boy, the new water slide, let's give it a go. I love how it says new-ish. You know, that sort of thing makes me laugh, you know. They definitely get away with a lot of cheeky jokes in Calamity James. And how, like, so basically, he goes through the water slide, it smashes through the concrete, and they're all wearing, like, World War II masks. And then he ends up in the sewer system against a giant alligator. So, you know, reasons. Dangerous Dan this week gets revenge on those naughty bad guys where they keep splashing him with water puddles, and then he has a great idea to combat them. Puts all syrup on the floor so they all stick down. I think that was quite a fun little quick strip. You know, I do like it when they do a proper storyline with Dangerous Dan though, because I think, you know, you could, you know, use the whole book on a big spy adventure. I swear I've mentioned that before. You know, that is definitely an untapped idea they could do. Everyone could end up being involved in this big mystery. I think that'd be a great way to do it. That's your Charlotte this week. Ruby and her dad try and sort out a way of not crying over onions. If that was ever possible, you know, I think everyone would buy it. If they ever thought up a decent, proper way of getting away with never crying with onions, I think it'd be fantastic. Because I tell you, the amount of pain that causes, that sort of weird, horrible pain that you get, and then you end up with crying, it's horrible. So I think everyone would like that, wouldn't they? You know, so that's how we end up creating it. It's basically a big gas mask. Oh dear. Right, here we go. Yep. Okay. Oh, this week's Minnie the Minx. She's tougher than all the boys. Look at that. So in this week's Minnie the Minx, it's in class again, and she's up against Cruncher. And I think a lot of the Minnie the Minx stuff is in the class at the minute, which is interesting, you know. And they're sort of playing dress up and fighting each other and all that sort of stuff, with bits of bits of cardboard and all that sort of stuff. And she's giving Cruncher the brush off. Which I think is always fun. But yeah, there's definitely been an ongoing fight between Minnie the Minx and Cruncher for a good while now. You know, poor old Miss Mystery. Yeah, I'll be continuing the work on recyclables that Mrs. Creature started before the summer holidays. Yeah, so there are all sorts of stuff there where they're doing all the recycling. That's quite a fun little strip. Oh dear. Yeti tries to do YouTube this week with a toaster. That's how I feel sometimes. And look at that, he goes, I'm unboxing the pony. Just ripping it open and then smashing the absolute life out of a toaster. Which is mad when you think about it, isn't it? Oh dear. And poor old Roger this week tries to get out of helping Dad, but he promised he would for the new alien invasion game. So they didn't use the opportunity to be a bit cheeky there. I know usually they like to do a bit of silly Nintendo stuff, but they didn't this time. But yeah, he's ended up splashing away and ended up flooding the garden and everything like that. So that was fun. Poor old Roger. Oh dear. And it ends with quite a nice little pun. You know, Gar Roger, you're such a chore to live with. where he ends up flooding everything. There you go. And then there's Water Nightmare, where you have to guess which ones are which in the different bits and pieces. So that's pretty cool. You have to connect the bits of plastic back up. That's pretty cool. Let's have a look. Numbskulls this week, where they use their imagination fighting all sorts of different stuff. Ed wants to watch The Werewolf That Ate London, but it's rated 15. Actually, The Werewolf in Paris and stuff like that is about an 18, I think, isn't it? American Werewolf in London's like an 18 or something. Don't watch that, kids. You'll scare yourself livid. But wait, it is one of the best practical effects horror films ever. So do check that when you're old enough. Right, here we go. But yeah, look at that, smashing down all different things. And he's using his imagination there. And Lady Birdzilla, which is fun. Oh dear. And then you've got some werewolf funnies. I'll be reading those later. Bash Street Kids, where Teach has to create an assembly on friendship, you know, and inadvertently making all of them fall out on who does what and what does who. Indeed, and it's just so funny where he like says, everyone, can you just pretend to be listening? So they're all like bandaged up and sitting there still. They look more like mummies than dummies. So they're just sitting there like that. And they end up having this big fallout with who does what. And they end up ripping the friendship sign down. And, oh, it's mad. But they all learn their lesson in the end. True friendship is about knowing how to fall out and make up again. No, it's not. It's about sharing. No, it's not. It's about helping each other. Here you go again. Aww. Well, friendship is all about lots of different things, isn't it? Right, here we go. And then you've got Copycat, where you have to attempt to do that bits. I'm going to try that myself at some point. Right, here we go. And this is probably one of my favourite ones, because it's got one of my favourite characters in. Tricky Dicky, thank you for listening, Beano. And look, Billy Whiz. So Billy Whiz breaks the sonic boom. And he then is able to, you know, totally lose all of his hearing. And then he gets pranked by Tricky Dicky with some sprout flavoured ice cream. Yummy. Absolutely gross. Oh dear. And then you've got the Be More Beano section, which is always fun. That is always really cool to see people getting creative and joining in. And then you've got JJ, freestand, freewheeling, freestyle fun, where they're in, out, and shaking it all about today, which is always fun. And you've got Roger the Dodger trying to get away with saying that his homework was stolen, but really, he stole it from Google. And why is it talking about the three little pigs? Which I thought was quite funny. And, of course, I think the last strip this week is Nasha and Nipper versus the Postie, which is always a fun one. Oh no, this is the house I hate most on my round. The house with those horrible hounds. Well, I've come prepared this time. So basically the Postie is like walking around in a fake bush. You can't beat it, ladies and gentlemen. You really can't. But yeah. And then you've got Sloppy Poppy. Reminds me of someone like popping a load of spots everywhere. But that's not what it's about. It's basically about a messy girl who likes like chucking custard and jam everywhere. So that was quite fun and a bit silly. I'd say this week, just for old school references and a bit of fun, my favourite strip was definitely Bananaman, you know, with the aliens in. Brought back lots of warm, fun memories of the Bananaman cartoon, which isn't really available or anything anymore. I just have to watch it on YouTube, which is a bit pants. but I know there is DVDs, I think, you know. And for an actual change, I really enjoyed Ha Ha's Joke Shop this week as well. That was fun, as it sort of brought back an old school prank that we haven't seen before. And of course, Billy Whiz. Not only for Billy Whiz, one of my favourite characters, but the fact that they brought back Tricky Dicky. So it does appear that they're listening, I hope. Thank you very much, Beano, for bringing back Tricky Dicky. Very fun character. And big thank you for, you know, showing us how fun Bananaman can be. Last week's Bananaman was really funny, how he only had half his powers and stuff like that. That was hilarious. Right, thank you very much for watching, guys. Please look after yourselves. Keep safe, keep well. Much love, everyone. And I'll see you in the next vlog, video, or stream. Thanks very much for enjoying this video. I'll see you soon. Bye.